What's up, guys? So, I was really excited because I finally got, not finally, what's up, guys? So, I was really excited for tonight because I actually got passes to see Joseph Gordon-Levitt's new movie, Don John. And that movie doesn't come out for a really long time, I think the end of September, and here I got a chance to see it now. It's weird, I don't know how the screeners work and when they decide to actually show it, but I've actually seen quite a bit of movies extremely early, and I don't think I've ever seen one that I disliked that early. But with Don John, I was really excited not only because Joseph Gordon-Levitt and Scarlet Johansson are in it, but it's his directional debut, and that guy is just so likable and so fun that anything he really touches, it's something that I want to experience myself. He's done one or two things in the past that I really didn't care for, but for the most part he just seems to make quality entertainment, and that's kind of what I wanted out of Don John. And I don't know if, because I didn't watch the trailers, if I had the wrong perception in mind with this movie, but I didn't really think that the movie would be as, like, I thought it would be kind of like a straight paint-by-numbers romantic comedy type of deal. I knew it was a little deeper than that, and it really wasn't supposed to be a full-on comedy like some of these ones are, but I thought it was more of a 500 Days of Summer type of vibe to this movie, and I couldn't have been more wrong. It's funny because I watched the trailer after I seen the movie, and that trailer is so deceiving because it really doesn't go that deep into his addiction to porn. They show that he likes porn, but in the movie he is addicted to porn, and he has this kind of fantasy mindset in his head that lets him escape his life and enter these pornographies, kind of. And he meets this girl that kind of gets him to go away from that. And it's not your typical type of girl, though, because in my head I thought Scarlett Johansson was the type of girl that I would want to kind of like marry or date myself after I've seen the movie. But I got a very different vibe from her, and it was a really good, nice, against type role for her because she seems to be becoming this go-to sweetheart of sorts. And it's weird because she is drop dead gorgeous, and it's just nice to see her going outside of her normal routine and playing, I wouldn't say an unlikable character, but it's not a character I think you would fall in love with like I had intended. And like I said, I mean, he meets her, and basically it forces him into becoming a different person. Not necessarily one he, at the beginning of the movie, would have wanted to turn into, but it's something that ended up benefiting him and making him become a more complete, more total person and human being, to where he can actually establish connections with people and interact with people and not constantly go through his same routines and never change. And that's where I think Joseph Gordon-Levitt as a director kind of stumbled a bit, because he was a little safe in this movie, because he tried to establish this routine of Joseph Gordon-Levitt's character Don. I think his name's John, but they call him Don John because he's a playboy kind of. But Joseph Gordon-Levitt goes through this routine, and like he consistently repeats a lot of the same shots. They're not necessarily like copycats, but he's always in scenarios, and it happens quite a bit in a movie. And for a movie that's 90 minutes, I feel like he shows these scenes too much of it. I get that he's going through a routine, but I don't feel like you need to hammer me in the head by having each scene shown 5 or 6 times. I mean, I get it, but I mean, it was still a very well made, structured movie, and he did nothing wrong. It's just, I feel like as he does it more and gets more experience, he can experiment a little and actually become more, like, develop his own style. Because I feel like this style is just a perfected way of normal filmmaking, and once he gets more comfortable, he can experiment a little. But I thought he was great as John. because his type of character is one that I consider to be a complete tool, and I know a lot of you consider this type of character to be a complete tool. The guy who works out and like looks at himself in the mirror and always has his hair slicked back and wears nice clothes and just talks like an absolute egotistical prick, kind of, who feels like he can pick up anybody. And the fact that he is such a douche, but I like him, just goes to show you how much Joesph Gordon-Levitt has established himself as this charming guy in Hollywood, because I don't think he could ever play a character that you dislike. And the same goes for Scarlet Johansson. I mean, for the most part, you should kind of hate her in what she represents as a woman, but she plays it so well, and she is just such a likable face that you have a hard time buying into that, and maybe that could be part of the film's problem because you never fully made that leap. But she played it as well as she could, and I really liked where the film left off with her character. And then you had Juliane Moore, who played a character that I pleasantly enjoyed, and I really liked what she represented, but I feel like they could have gotten a more suitable woman to play it, because she feels a bit too unrealistic in this movie. The things she gets away with really doesn't feel like this would happen in this movie. I can't really go into details because it's spoiler territory. But yeah, overall solid film, really enjoyed it. It was a bit of a disappointment because I really wanted to love this movie, but I just walked away enjoying it. And it's the type of disappointing movie, though, that I feel like there's nothing really wrong with the movie. It's just, it could have been a little bit better. Unlike, say, Elysium, I mean, not to stray from movies, but that's a movie that was a disappointment that I liked, but all I think is negative things. This is one that is disappointing, but I really have nothing but good things to say about it, and I fully expect when all of you guys get a chance to see it that you're going to love it. And I mean, who doesn't love Joesph Gordon-Levitt? Really solid movie, really nice directional debut that he works on and improves and becomes a great one, because I mean, there's no telling what he's capable of with all the shit he's done behind the scenes. So I'm going to give Don John an 8 out of 10. I hope you liked the review. I want to know what is your anticipation for this movie, and whether you are going to plan on seeing it when it comes out in theaters at the end of September. So yeah, if you like my review, give me a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and watch some of my other reviews. So until the next review, guys, I'll see you later.